Instead of these so-called boxing fans talk about Tim Tszyu, Keith and Tom Thurman, and breaking the fight down strategically, skillfully, technically, and things of that nature. No, these American boxing fans want to talk about the pay-per-view numbers. It ain't gonna sell. It's gonna flop. I don't know why Amazon Prime is gonna do this. I don't know why Al Heyman PBC is doing this. I mean, ain't nobody gonna pay for it. Nobody gonna pay for it. ¿Y quién te importa a ti, eh? Why you care so much, huh? Why you always on Al Heyman's and PBC's pockets, huh? What kind of boxing fans are you? In any other sport, I'm a Knicks fan. I'm not in James Dolan's pocket. I don't go around Madison Square Garden and be like, oh my God, let me see how many seats are sold, how many seats are empty. I don't know. I don't go to the Rangers game and do that. I don't go to Yankee Stadium and be like, you know what, man? The bleachers, creatures is just not enough for us. What's going on with y'all, man? Look, ladies and gentlemen, look, there's I understand now in this community, there is narrative fans and boxing fans. You guys don't even care how Tim Tszyu and Keith Thurman, the outcome of Keith Thurman and Tim Tszyu. You don't even care if that could be a possible classic fight, entertaining fight. You know what I'm saying? So we could witness gladiators and warriors, one or other, or both of them overcoming, you know what I'm saying, getting put down, getting staggered. You think that the adjustments, the ultimate physical chess match, you're not into that. You into YouTube narrative bragging rights. That's it. I don't understand. Y'all watch boxing to just run on YouTube and Twitter. I told y'all it was not going to sell. Y'all not even waiting for the fight. Y'all waiting for the pay-per-view numbers to come out. Y'all waiting for y'all source to say, oh, you know, he did 61K. And then, hey, then another person, let's say Dan Raphael says, but he did 150K. Who cares? Why y'all care? Why y'all care? See, a lot of people always want to talk about, contradict themselves that, oh, yo, boxing's not the same. Boxing's not the same. These fighters ain't the same. These fighters, no, the fans ain't the same, man. The fans ain't the same. You think I care about if it's going to sell or not? I'm going to buy it. I'm going to watch it. Or you going to watch it, or you going to steal it. You thief. You going to steal it, right? But you going to watch it, right? But you don't feel like it's worth it. But you going to steal it and you going to watch it. How about this? I know several Australians. I got Australian friends, and they up to see this fight. They like Tim Tszyu. Matter of fact, they like Tim Tszyu because, of course, they like their father, of Tim Tszyu's father, right? It's pay-per-view out there in Australia. Let me give you just a little bit of a number there, since you like numbers so much. Let's say Devin Haney versus George Kambosos did 50K. They said it did 50K. Tim Tszyu did 100K. Tim Tszyu is very well known out there in Australia, even more than George Kambosos, and that undisputed fight out there in Australia. Maybe you lost frustration. Maybe you lost confidence in Keith Tom Thurman, and maybe, you know what I'm saying, his inactivity got you frustrated and it got you thinking that, you know what, he's not worth the fight, he's not worth the time, and one time it ain't worth your time, one time it ain't worth your money. But guess what? It takes two to tango. If you don't think Keith Thurman is worth it, I'm gonna tell you who's worth it though. Tim Tszyu out there in Australia. He's the phenom. He's the active one. He's the one that's bringing the noise. He's the one that's voiding the frustration of the boxing fans, in terms of the boxing fans always complain about inactivity. Are you going to support Tim Tszyu at least? Or just because you may not like Keith Thurman, as a matter of fact, you only don't like Keith Tom Thurman, or because maybe he's affiliated with PBC. But guess what? Tim Tszyu is affiliated with PBC. Why people act like Tim Tszyu is not affiliated with PBC? Shout out to No Limit Promotions. Why people acting like you pick and choose who's the PBC fighter? Huh? It's just like the Canelo Alvarez stuff, right? Oh, now Canelo Alvarez is a PBC fighter now. You know, like just like Tim Tszyu. Yes. Yeah. What's going on with y'all, folks? I think stylistically, this is a good fight. Two offensive fighters. Two fighters, whether you pay for their fights or not, it's entertaining. Have you ever gone to a Keith Thurman fight? You'd be like, man, Keith Thurman ain't give it his all, man. Keith Thurman ain't hurt his opponent. Man, Keith Thurman ain't never promote. Keith Thurman don't fight. Keith Thurman don't got no heart. When has Keith Thurman showed you he got no heart? When is the time that Keith Thurman don't show up to work and put it on the line and risk his life? Tell me one fight. Tell me when Tim Tszyu did the same thing. Didn't do the same thing. Tell me when Tim Tszyu didn't entertain you, Tony Harrison. Tell me when Tim Tszyu didn't adjust and go through adversity versus Gausha. Tell me when Tim Tszyu didn't beat the crap out of Brian Mendoza as well. Tell me. Was you entertained by Tim Tszyu? Was you entertained by Keith Thurman? So if you're a boxing fan, why don't you just pay for the fucking fight? Why don't you support boxing? Because these fighters never let us down in terms of entertainment value. Be a boxing fan and stop being a low-life narrative boxing fan, narrative YouTube fan. I'm just trying to protect and cater to my narrative. You know what? I do like Keith Thurman, but I got to go back to YouTube and Twitter and talk down on any PBC product because I just don't like Al. I just don't like Heyman. I never saw Heyman before. I never saw the guy. I seen Elvis Presley more than I seen Al. I seen Jesus Christ more than I seen Al Heyman. I don't like him. Your battle is with PBC and Al Heyman for whatever reason. For whatever reason. Are you a boxing fan? Ask yourself, are you a boxing fan? And for the boxing content creators out there that capitalizes off the community that y'all build. Y'all build this community. Y'all build the hate. And I understand. Now there's a community out there that you capitalize. You know what I'm saying? You get your support, you get your following. It has nothing to do with boxing, though. I said this about one channel that was a big channel. I'm not even going to mention the name because, for what? This is the community, right? I remember this channel was ranking in numbers. Remember this channel was doing their thing, spreading these narratives. But to one age, I also said, I was saying this. You can't lie for the rest of your time here. At one point, you're going to get frustrated with yourself. At one point, you just want to tell the truth. And then, they gone. Because that's it. They got fed up in passing this narrative. They was spewing so much narrative. These particular channel was doing so much narrative to the point where they didn't love the sport no more. And they just vanished. They left because they just tired of the narrative. They forgot to be boxing fans. Ladies and gentlemen, stop forgetting to be boxing fans. Stop and trying to hate on an entity for whatever reason, just for a narrative, man. Just for a talking point. Just for a tweet. Just for a comment section. Just for entertainment. Ha, 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 ha. Shout out to all the modern day warriors, modern day gladiators, the one that put their life on the line for pure entertainment. This is their job. We're just entertained. Watch it or don't watch it. Support it or don't support it. But this is their job. We don't have the right to steal from their job, bro. Just like nobody, just like I don't have the right to go into your job and go into your check or your bank account and steal from you. If I don't like you and I don't like what you're selling me, I don't go to your place of business. Simple as that. What kind of shit is, oh, I don't like the fight, this ain't worth it, and then I'm going to rob it and fire stick it? How about you stick that thing up your ass? How about that? That's some low life. Man, I wish somebody, don't you wish you'll smack somebody if they steal from you, right? Especially when they talk so much ish about you and say that you ain't worth nothing and the services ain't ish, but they still steal from you? Y'all support that? Man, I don't know who you affiliate yourselves with, man. For real, man. Too many trolls out here in this community. for whatever reason. I don't know. Let me know what y'all think, man. Subscribe to a real channel. Subscribe to somebody that loves the sport of boxing and loves and want to preserve these modern-day wars and modern-day gladiators. Not everybody going to be the greatest of all time. All right? Not every fight is going to be the mega fight. All right? It's a career. All right? It's a career. Not every fight is going to be the best fight in the best. There's tune-ups. There's get-backs. There's stay-busy fights. There's decent fights. There's premature fights. There's fights that happen at the right time, at the right place. There's unification bouts, undisputed bouts. You know what I'm saying? Step-up fights. Yo, this is a career. This is the sport of boxing. All right? Just like in the NBA got 82 games, right? Sometimes the best team in the NBA is going to have to face the worst team in the NBA as well. Guess what? I'm still going to pay the ticket. I'm still going to go to the game and probably take my son or the kiddos and stuff like that and have a good time regardless if I know my team's going to win. If my team is the worst, I'm still going to play because I support. It's a sport for us. Keep your business. Keep the business. Keep that talking point, that business talking point that you don't know nothing about, because you guys are not in the business of boxing. You never seen a contract. You never seen a promotional contract. You never had to dealt with this, so why do you care? Anyway, this is Punch Boxing, ladies and gentlemen. I love you. God bless, and on to the next.